Welcome to the Man United show. We are live, and it's the Villarreal versus Manchester United UEFA Champions League preview. I need to do Europa. Not yet. Not yet.
I hope never say that again.
We're joined by my co-host, Nathan Ellington. How you doing, Nathan?
I'm fantastic.
Not too fantastic. There's a little bit of sadness inside, I'm sure.
There is. Listening to his interview, it was a bit,
It was. Mate, it got me. It got me. Oh, mate. I can't remember it. No, do you know what it is? I was reading through the comment section and someone was like, the baby-faced assassin, and this is coming from an Arsenal fan. What a legend. Oh, mate, he wrote, I was just like, I can't take this. I can't take it. But it shows that as a person, as a footballer, he's well loved. So
he's a great guy. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna say exactly how it is. He done a lot more than a lot of people did. He done really, really well, and he's done what his job was. And he just obviously you're not going to take him out as he gets his job done. You're going to give him the chance to see if he can actually do that extra bit, which unfortunately he couldn't. And we could all see it. And this is the time now where he could move on, still have the dignity, like I was saying. I don't know if anyone's seen my tweet. I said, look, you've taken us as far as you can come. You've done a great job. You've brought in great players. You've restored a lot of what Man United's about. Now let's get someone to restore that extra something to make us compete again.
Yeah, 100% agree. Well, let's crack on with the preview. There's a little bit of early team news. Mason Greenwood has tested positive for COVID-19, so may not be involved. Sure. Yeah. Paul Pogba and Rafael Varane are definitely out. And Edison Cavani wasn't part of the squad on the weekend. Probably remains a doubt for this game, as does Luke Shaw, who appears to suffer additional concussion on Saturday. And for Villarreal, Gerard Moreno is out. So the very, very talented Spanish forward is not going to be playing, but there are other players in the Villarreal team who could cause you trouble. So off the back of that team news, Nathan, what's your predicted lineup?
I think he's going to go with. I think he's probably going to give Telles or Dalot a chance at left back. I seen Dalot came on at left back instead of Telles, so I was thinking, does he have more kind of belief? I know this is Ollie, but I was listening to Carrick. Ollie and Carrick have the similar beliefs from the sounds of it. So listening to it, I don't know whether he's going to pick Dalot or Telles at left back. But one of them is going to play. I would say it's probably best to play Telles. I just think he's got a bit more about him going forward. I think he's going to put Maguire, and I hope he puts Bailly, and then Wan-Bissaka. I hope that's the back four. So that's me with the back four, and I just hope he puts Van der Beek in again from his great performance on the weekend.
Made a big difference when he came on, yeah.
Massive difference, massive. Yeah. And I think Carrick can see that. I think one thing that Carrick, I hope he has a slight difference of opinion on, is that because he knows what he could do in that position, and he knows what his difference was playing when he could find them passes and stuff, and when he's not playing, how bad it was for United. So I think he needs to play that game. He needs to go, you know what, this is Europe. This is for him. This is the stage for him. Go on, go and play.
And Carrick being that expansive kind of player himself, where he could spray balls, his vision was excellent. He could definitely empathise with a player like Van der Beek and see that he needs to play in there. And a midfield needs that bit of creativity that he had himself as a player.
Exactly my point. And especially seeing it on Saturday and seeing that, right, this is something different. This is actually what we've been needing. We were controlling that game for the 20 minutes, from 45 minutes. We were looking like a superior midfield. Because of that, he needs to come in. He is going to come in. I'm actually 100% sure of it. that he's going to come in. He's going to play. The only thing is,
it started off as hope, and it's like, do you know what? He's playing. Like, he's playing. It's happening.
I've had a chat with him. I've had a chat with Michael. I used to, funny enough, we went. Our kids went to the same school, and I used to see him every now and again. We used to chat.
What, is there like a school of footballers are saying? Because like your kids went to the same school as everyone.
When you live in this area, that's what happens, isn't it? When you live in the same areas, everyone goes to the same school. So
how the other half live, people. How the other half live. Right. Who have you got? Who have you got in the central midfield pairing with him?
I think I'd go with a Fred with him. Just because Fred just needs to carry on with what he needs to do, just like rat around and pass the ball and just give the ball to anyone near to him. Let Van der Beek and everyone else do the job. I think Matic is going to not be able to play. He probably ain't got the legs to play straight away from Saturday to Tuesday. But if he does, if he feels good, if I had a word with him and he said, listen, Gaffer, I can still play. I can play now. I'll put him in. I'll put him straight in, Matic. Because if I had Bailly alongside Maguire or Bailly alongside Lindelof, whatever, at least I'll have the legs to look out for that. And I think because Van der Beek would be in there with Matic, I don't think they'd be chasing the ball much anyway. This is the thing. When you've got the ball, you don't chase. You're just keeping the ball and getting chances after chances. And I think that will happen Tuesday. If he picks them boys, it's another one where if I see Bailly and I see Van der Beek playing, I don't care who else plays. Like, seriously, if them two people play, we're winning. We're winning Tuesday. If any one of them ain't playing, we ain't winning.
Who's in front of them? Bruno Fernandes?
Bruno plays, yeah. Bruno playing at home.
Your top front three?
Same again. You can go with Martial if you want, Rashford if you want on the left. Whoever you want of them two, it doesn't matter. Because when you've got the football that will be happening behind it, it really doesn't matter. They're all going to do well. That's the thing. When you've got a structure working well, the players, especially the players we've got, it's not going to be a problem for them. Because, players like that, if they get the ball early enough times in the game, if any player with good ability gets the ball early enough times in the game with quality, they're going to do something. And that's all you need with the United team. That's what we were missing. Players getting the ball under pressure. Players getting the ball with their back to goal, having to just lay it off all the time. That's not enough. That's not good enough. And I saw a change on Saturday. I did. And I think there's more of that to come. And I'm telling you, I even thought we were going to win that game on Saturday. Even though we were 2-0 down, from half-time, I was like, wow, something's changed.
What was it you saw? Do you think that...
it was
last chance to Looney maybe gave the coaches a bit more say in what was going on, or just
no.
What do you think the difference would have been?
It was simply Van der Beek coming in with Matic being the right combination, and then no longer being a battle in midfield. It was just then superiority of keeping the ball and moving it quick, and then you saw the attacking players get on the ball and actually do something. That's what happened.
This team still needs structure. It still needs a tactical identity, a style. See, as you said many a time. So if all else fails for them, or if they've got a default for them, is a player's going to be there. You know where a player's got to be. Stuff like that. Is Carrick going to instill that? Paul's saying here, Carrick is going to be no different to Ollie. What's going to be the difference between Carrick and Ollie?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're going to change with Carrick and Ollie, because we yet to see that. We don't know what Carrick actually thinks about who he wants to play and how he wants to play. What we do know is that when certain players play, whether you got the strategy or not, that's what I said, if you've got players who know how to play off the cuff, it's a different story. But if you've got other players who can't play off the cuff, I'm talking about the major areas which make a difference. Like a striker can pretty much play off the cuff because that's what he does. He's like a cat and mouse versus the defense. He works off what the defense does. But in the midfield, you've got to have that extra something about you to be able to, be untouchable. Like your Zidanes of this world. Obviously, he's very untouchable. He was like the most untouchable ever. But, it's Van der Beek has that extra brain cell when it comes to midfield. And he's able to actually execute the passes. And that's the difference. With Matic, he knows his job inside out. He's experienced as hell. but you can't put players who are not experienced and then not give them direction. Like, this is the problem. That's what I was saying to you before, is if you're going to play the players that know how to do it off the cuff. If that's your way of playing, don't try and bring in players who can't do it off the cuff. And that's what his problem was. And that's why we kept losing and playing so bad of late. But, I think we'll see a difference if we see them changes. If we don't, I'm going to say it's more where we've left off from Ollie. If Carrick continues, I hope he does not. I'm just hoping, when there's another manager in charge, something got to change. Like one player, two players, something got to change.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to. It can't just continue.
Sometimes it doesn't actually take that much for the new manager to come in and change a few things to make it better.
Exactly.
As you said, it needs some structure. It needs a way of playing. Once you've got the players, they're all there. So yeah,
combinations.
Exactly. We will be answering a couple of questions before we go. So make sure you got your questions coming in. Make sure, or not even questions, statements. Throw your statements in there. We'll come back with them. So you've got your predicted lineup. Who do you think key player will be?
I think in a game against those, again, I hope it goes my way with the team that I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. And then the key player would have to be Van der Beek once again, because without him in there, it's going to be a slog. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be no one's controlling the game in the middle. And then if you put Maguire and Lindelof at the back, sorry, we're finished. If them two play at the back and then he doesn't play Van der Beek as well, we're done. We're done still. And then we just got to wait for a new manager. We just got to just go, you know what? Next couple of games until we get that new manager, whenever he comes, let's just write all these games off. So I hope he makes them changes. That's all I hope. Mm-hmm. And I know he's got the mindset for it. And I used to chat to him as well. I used to, he's always saying things that we're always on the same kind of page. So I think he would do that. So for me, go on. You're going to ask me.
Some exclusive words from Michael Carrick here. Hey, you don't get that anywhere else, do you? Huh? Hit that subscribe button, people. All right. Predicted score. And obviously the scorers. We want the scorers as well, Nathan.
If, because it's away, isn't it? It's away. If he picks my boys, we will win the game. And it will be a 2-1 victory. If he picks my team, we're actually not going to concede. We're going to have a clean sheet. It's going to be a 2-0 victory. If he picks one of my players, just Van der Beek, we'll win 2-1. So it's another one of them things. But I think Cristiano will score. And this is a game where Rashford is also going to score. Rashford and Cristiano will get their goals. And that's that. Now,
so what's the score
let me just quickly... Cristiano and Rashford will score. I think they will both start, and I think they will score. Now, if he doesn't play Bailly and he plays Maguire and Lindelof, we're not winning this game. And if he doesn't play Van der Beek, we're definitely not winning this game, and we're getting beaten again. And we're going into that last game of the season, last game of this league situation, hoping for a win. I think we could still get in if that happens. I don't know.
You can, but it's on other results. You need a draw to go through. Sure. Yeah, because the final game will go down to Atalanta and Villarreal. But I think if you lose tonight, Atalanta win, and they both draw in the next game, then they're both through. You're out. You don't want that.
Come on, lad.
Yeah. No playing for a draw. So if your lineup starts, what's the score?
Yeah, we win 2-0 if my lineup starts. If Bailly and Van der Beek play, Bailly, Van der Beek, those two players play, we win this game 2-0. Just those two. Everyone else can do what you want. Those two play, we're winning 2-0. They don't play, and you got Lindelof, Maguire, we're losing 2-0 or 2-1.
Right, who we got in here? Maguire's been making mistakes. We are finished then. No way, Harry not playing. Carrick not got the bottle. Mark my words. I think it's Harry Maguire's probably going to start, but it's more like Lindelof and Harry Maguire. I think Nathan's saying the issue
exactly.
is
If he puts them both together, it's a trouble. Trouble ahead.
Ollie got the sack because players never listened. They're not listening to Carrick either. I think we're making assumptions here, though, people. Like we've not even seen Carrick in charge for one game yet. If you come out of tonight and he's on the sidelines barking orders and people just looking at him and then getting nothing out of him, then you can say that. But like this is all assumptions. This is all assumptions right now. Like he's not even been in charge for a day, and you're saying the players aren't listening to him. I mean, unless you're a fly on the wall in there, like I don't think that's the case. Like, I've never been in a club where a manager's gone, someone's taken over, and no one's listened. Like it's just rude, and people just in general aren't rude. So
they have to listen to the manager.
Because the thing is, the pride of being a Man United player, they've got to listen. They've got to because it's on them. The manager's gone now. Their jobs are on the line. Who's going to be staying for the next manager? Who's going to be staying for this current manager? The January's coming up. The summer's coming up. These players will be gone if they don't turn it on. So it's not okay. Choice. Go on.
Here's the thing: if they weren't listening to the manager, obviously we'd be playing good. Mm-hmm. We are listening to the manager, and we're frustrated because we're listening to what he wants us to do, and they have to do it. I remember when I was under Brian Robson at West Brom. Obviously, we played a certain way. Then Tony Mowbray came in. Actually, before Mowbray came in, it was Nigel Pearson who took over. It was his assistant. He changed completely the way we played. We were beating up everyone. And we got to the playoff finals and we lost because everyone tried to play for themselves in that last game. But we changed our game. And then, with the exact same squad, Tony Mowbray took over. He expanded our football, playing some great stuff. He made me, I remember when I was on the halfway line, he was like, come pull out, right on the byline here. And I've never been out there, never. But he's saying, look, if you get the ball there, the defender has to come and stand there with you now. There's only one defender on the halfway line. Imagine when we attack now, there's loads of space. You can run at your man. So it's a whole different thing. I never, ever did that. And it's just from the manager saying, stand here. Starting position is here. You're not there, or you're not in the back. You're not defending and defending the corner at the near post or something. You're here for me. And the other player's over on that side. Now we're going to pull them apart so they can't defend and, help each other. One gets beat, the other one's there. No, you're pulled apart now. They have to bring one more player back. Now they've got less players in the attacking box. That's different managers. So Carrick will have some different things about him, I'm telling you. It's not going to be exactly the same as Ollie. No two people are the same.
I'm sorry. I'm reading through some of these comments. I'm blown away. People, this is a preview, but I'm going to have to tackle some of these comments, What's the difference between Carrick and Ollie apart from Ollie knowing the Champions League at the back of his hand? Ollie's Champions League record, Mr. I know the Champions League by like the back of my hand. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has lost 7 of 11 Champions League games, meaning he boasts a win rate of 36.6%. What back of the hand is that? Someone else's hand? Because I don't know what back of the hand you're talking about, guys. Like, seriously. Like, you have to wait until you see Carrick in this game, and you can judge. You can judge him on one game, but I'm not having... Yeah. That you're not judging him. You're judging him before he's even been on. You can't. That can't be the way. Like, we've seen assistant managers come in and do a good job, maybe for only a short space of time, but they've changed things around. Like, we don't know what's going to happen under Carrick. You can make assumptions. All right, cool, but you can't say, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knows the back Champions League back of his hand, so bringing in Carrick is going to be worse than with Ole. Like, that's just a guess.
I don't know, and I'm not going to say that. No chance. Am I going to say that until I see it? Because that's not fair, is it? Saying I don't think he's a good manager, I don't think he will be good. I don't know. None of us know. We don't know anything about him yet until he comes out and does what he's doing. Because assistant managers can say everything they need to the manager, and the manager just goes and makes his decision. He's going to decide anyway, because he's the last word. So end of the day, he's got different opinions. He's not going to tell everyone, listen, I'm completely different from the gaffer.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my own thing. But he's definitely going to show in his team selection that he's different. He's going to show in the subs he brings on that he's different. It's not going to be exactly the same. No way.
Yeah.
And if it is, then we can say what we're saying, isn't it?
Yeah. And no matter what the assistant manager says, the final decision sits with the manager. So if the assistant manager's giving the manager ideas, which he will be, and the manager says, I like it, not now, or that I'll use that one and not this one. That's the manager making that decision there. That doesn't mean that what Carrick's ideas have been pushed through and everything what he thinks is the same as what Ollie thinks. It's not the same.
I've got some inside information as well, by the way.
Here we go. Turn up your speakers, people.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about McKenna and Carrick continually saying, I think I said this before, I'm not sure, continuously telling Ollie who's done really well in training. And it was continuously Sancho and Van der Beek, yet he was not playing him. And he kept telling him, listen, we've been saying we need to change the formation. They've been mentioning that they wanted a different formation with the players we've got to tackle our issues, and also Van der Beek and Sancho. But Ollie continued with what he was doing. So there is a little bit of, listen, I know how well you're doing. I know what you're doing. I'm going to tell the gaffer. But the gaffer ultimately makes the decisions. So they are different. They're not the same. Okay, you have to live with the decision that Ollie makes. He's not going to be like, listen, I'm opposed to what he's got to say. Because he's his right-hand man. He's not going to be. But he's still going to have his decision. And there's loads of things. Who do you think I should bring on, Carrick? Who do you think I should bring on? Well, I think you should bring on Lingard. Well, you know what? I think I'm bringing on, Ahmad. I'm going to go with Ahmad. No, but I said bring on Lingard. No, he's just going to go with Ahmad if he wants to go with Ahmad. He just wanted your opinion. So that's what happens. It's not like they're always going to be, I'm bring on Lingard. Okay, I'll bring on Lingard. It's not going to happen like that. So.
Yeah, definitely. I think we need to make an appointment, but it's hard to get someone in. I think what it is at the moment, it's a case of, do you get in an appointment or do you get in the appointment that you want? And everyone that they're sort of looking at seems to be, I'm not moving till the end of the season. So,
what Pochettino thing looks good, isn't it? This Pochettino thing looks like it could possibly happen if Zidane takes over now and Pochettino just leaves now. That could happen. Not now, but obviously after the next game.
What, takes over PSG?
Yeah. I've seen obviously rumours that could be something that Zidane would like the PSG job. He can speak French, easy for him. And Pochettino wants the United job, so why not? It's 1 in, 1 out situation. No chain, like you're buying a house, innit? Buying a house, no chain. Let's go. But there is a chain in this time. Let's just do it. But the chain's here, ready.
I mean, Pochettino doesn't seem very happy at PSG.
It's only got 18 months as well. Just get out of there and come with us.
Simple. Hey, there you go. Everyone happy with Pochettino?
Well, I know they won't be probably, but for me, I can see a way of playing, and I can see we have certain players. So it's not the same as like going to be at Tottenham. He got so much out of Tottenham with the players he had.
Yeah.
And look what he's got now at United. If he comes, look what he would have.
Yeah,
and then he could buy his own players to improve it.
Yes, and I think with Pochettino, they have to buy into his philosophy because there's a lot of hard work, there's a lot of chasing, there's a lot of running. You've got to be very fit to be in a Pochettino team, which is, I think, why he's having a bit of trouble in PSG, because there's a lot of big egos there, and they're not all probably going to be wanting to do everything that he's talking about. So yeah, it's going to be a big job for him wherever he goes. All right, that is all we have time for. Thank you very much for joining us, everyone in the comment section. Our usual stars of the show: Paul James, Callum Miller, Bobby MUFC, Anthony's in the house here. Who else we got?
Gaz
in there.
PK.
Buana PK. Not seen you before. Buana PK, come over to KS1 TV. Smash that like, smash that subscribe, and share it as well. Thank you for joining us today. Getting your points across. Very, very good. Appreciate that. Who else we got in there? That's about it. All right. Thank you very much for joining us as well, Nathan.
Thank you. It's been good. I can't wait for 10 o'clock tomorrow. See what happens.
Make sure you catch the post-match reaction tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Also, confirmed Wednesday. Yes, we've got Frank Sinclair on Wednesday for the Chelsea preview. That's going to be live at 6 o'clock, so make sure you catch us there. It should be a good one. You need to stay in the Champions League. We have Kirk. All right. Yes, we do, Paul. All right.
Yes.
Say we. I'm not a we. It's a you.
Yes.
All right.
We.
Well thank you very much. I'm in character. All right. Thank you very much, people. Peace out. Stay safe and wash your hands.